Okay, I think we're going to have one more candidate, and then we're going to be taking a break. The next candidate is Warren Kampf, also running on the Republican primary for the 157th Legislative District. Supervisor Kampf received his BA from Yale University in 1989 and his JD from Emory University School of Law in '93. He works for the law firm White & Williams. He was a public defender in Chester County and an assistant district attorney in both York, Pennsylvania and Philadelphia. He is chairman of the Board of Supervisors of CandidateForum and a GOP committee man. He's married, has 2 children, and I've already given you the townships in the 157th. Ken, welcome. Or I'm sorry, Warren, welcome. It's all yours.
Thanks.
So you're going to get 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll ask you a few questions, and then we're going to take a break.
Okay, all right. Folks, why don't I just get into talking about why I'm running? Unquestionably...
My first question.
All right, well, does that mean I get an extra minute? I mean, of course, I'm interested in public service. I've been on the Board of Supervisors in CandidateForum for 6 years. But let me tell you what I believe at this time. I believe that Harrisburg is fundamentally broken. You know, like what's going on in D.C., it seems like the elected officials, not calling them politicians, the elected officials in Harrisburg and the longtime civil servants there have forgotten that they work for us. You know, they actually have raised the spending in the last 8 years in Harrisburg by 40%. They've increased the budget by like $10 billion. It started at $18 billion 8 years ago, and they're at $28 billion. They've increased borrowing by like 40% in the same 8 years. They seem to be spending money that none of us have, while all of us are tightening our belts, individuals, small businesses, larger businesses, to deal with this economy. And while we're talking about small business is the job creator in Pennsylvania and in other states. And it suffers in Pennsylvania under one of the worst regulatory and tax structures in the United States by most accounts. But they seem to think that it's okay to increase the regulations and increase the taxes. There are actually politicians in Harrisburg who are talking about taxing an industry that hasn't even been established yet. I mean, we all know, I guess we've read about the Marcellus shale and the natural gas industry that's taking off in the northern tier. It hasn't gotten off the ground, and they've been talking for 2 years about taxing that on top of the income tax that all those individuals pay, the corporate tax that they all pay, and it just doesn't make any sense. You know, my own view is that they've got to stop rewarding special interests, they've got to stop rewarding the city of Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, and they've got to start caring about us. In Tredyffrin Township, I was the chairman for the last 2 years. And I think when government is doing things like that, you can actually fix it. Just because it's broke doesn't mean it's not repairable. We knew that revenues were in decline, like they are all around the country. But instead of coming to citizens like you, we looked at ourselves. And we actually cut all of the departments, all of the subsidies. We reduced the size of government by 20%. And we didn't go to the taxpayer for a single dollar. And we didn't touch any of our reserves. With all the municipalities around us raising taxes, except maybe 1 or 2, all of them raising taxes, we understood that people in difficult times don't have extra money to give to the government. And it seems to me that that sort of thing, that record of proven results of having done it, is something that I have to give to you in Harrisburg. And I think I have that to give to Harrisburg, to get them to understand that fundamentally, government, especially in times like this, has to be a partner with the people for job creation, has to be a partner with the people for not overburdening them with taxes, and has to be a partner with the people to make a brighter future for all of us.